Welcome to the Personal Improvement Now podcast. Created by a California educator with over 30 years' experience, who has educated and motivated thousands. This podcast aims to equip us not just to survive, but to thrive amidst uncertainty while contributing positively to our communities. In today's fast-paced world, the need for personal improvement has never been more crucial. As we navigate through unprecedented challenges, be it global health crises, economic fluctuations, or social upheaval, developing ourselves personally is essential for resilience and adaptability. Personal improvement equips individuals with the skills and mindset necessary to face adversity head-on. By actively engaging in self-development activities such as learning new skills or cultivating emotional intelligence, we can enhance our ability to cope with change and uncertainty. Moreover, these improvements foster a sense of agency. When people invest in their growth, they feel empowered to take charge of their lives rather than being passive observers. Are you ready? Let's begin. Welcome to the Personal Improvement Now podcast, where we focus on personal growth and a better quality of life. For the next few months, our podcast episodes published on Wednesdays will include readings from Maestro Cercia's ebook titled Time Management, A Guide for Lifetime Success, and go deeper into building time management skills towards a better life. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Welcome to the Personal Improvement Now podcast. In today's episode, we will focus on Maestro Cercia's ebook titled Time Management, A Guide to Lifetime Success, and go deeper into building time management skills for a better quality of life. Today, we examine Chapter 1, Tame Your Time Dragon, with sub-chapters, the Map 2 Organization and Distractions, the Multifaceted Dragon. Are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1, Tame Your Time Dragon. Map 2 Organization. The ticking of the clock is a relentless reminder that time, that elusive dragon, always seems to be slipping through our fingers. We chase it, scrambling to keep up, but it has a way of evading our grasp, leaving us frazzled, overwhelmed, and struggling to stay afloat in the sea of tasks and responsibilities that define our daily lives. But what if I told you that the key to conquering this time dragon lies not in running faster, but in creating a more organized and structured environment? It's a revelation that dawned on me gradually, like the sunrise breaking through the darkness. I used to be one of those people who thrived in the chaos, relying on the adrenaline rush of last-minute deadlines and the thrill of a cluttered workspace. But as the demands on my time grew, and the to-do lists multiplied exponentially, I found myself drowning in a sea of disorganization, unable to keep my head above the waves. The turning point came when I realized that the very chaos I had once embraced was now my greatest enemy. It was like being trapped in a labyrinth, with no clear path forward, constantly stumbling over piles of papers, tripping over tangled cords, and losing precious minutes searching for misplaced items. The time dragon had me firmly in its clutches, and I knew I had to find a way to break free. That's when I began my journey towards a more organized existence. It wasn't easy at first. The idea of letting go of my beloved clutter felt akin to betraying an old friend. But as I slowly and methodically began to clear the physical and digital spaces around me, something remarkable happened. The fog of confusion and overwhelm began to lift, and in its place, a sense of clarity and control emerged. I started with the low-hanging fruit, the piles of papers that had been accumulating on my desk, the overflowing inbox that had become a constant source of anxiety, the jumbled mess of files and folders on my computer. One by one, I tackled each area, applying the principles of effective organization, categorizing, prioritizing, and creating systems that made sense to me. The transformation was nothing short of astounding. Suddenly, I found myself with more time on my hands, no longer wasting precious minutes searching for misplaced items or sifting through a tangle of digital clutter. The sense of relief and productivity was palpable, and it motivated me to take the next step, applying these principles to every aspect of my life. I decluttered my physical workspace, creating a clean and streamlined environment that was conducive to focused work. I implemented a robust filing system, both digital and physical, that allowed me to retrieve information with ease. I even took a deep dive into my digital habits, purging unwanted files, unsubscribing from unnecessary emails, and optimizing my computer's storage and performance. The results were nothing short of transformative. Gone were the days of feeling constantly overwhelmed and behind. Instead, I found myself with a newfound sense of control, a clearer mind, and the ability to tackle tasks with a level of efficiency and focus that had been previously unimaginable. It was as if the time dragon had been tamed, its fiery breath no longer a threat, but a manageable challenge. Of course, the journey towards a more organized life is not without its challenges. Old habits die hard, and there were moments when the siren call of clutter threatened to lure me back into its embrace. But with each small victory, each moment of clarity and productivity, I found the motivation to push forward, to continue refining and optimizing my systems, and to never let the time dragon reclaim its dominance. And so, I invite you to join me on this transformative journey. Whether you're drowning in a sea of paperwork, struggling to keep up with the ever-growing digital demands, or simply yearning for a more streamlined and focused existence, the path to organization holds the key to unlocking your true potential. It may not be an easy road, but I can assure you that the rewards are well worth the effort. Together, let us conquer the time dragon, one step at a time, and unlock the boundless possibilities that a well-organized life has to offer. Let's embark on this adventure, armed with the tools and strategies that will empower us to take back control of our time, our focus, and our overall well-being. The map to organization is within our grasp, and the journey awaits. Distractions, the multifaceted dragon. The pulsating glow of my laptop beckons, its siren call luring me away from the task at hand. I find myself caught in a tempest of distractions, a multifaceted dragon that threatens to devour my focus and productivity. In this digital age, we are bombarded by a relentless onslaught of notifications, alerts, and stimuli, each vying for our attention like a dragon's fiery breath. On the one hand, these digital distractions offer a gateway to a world of infinite information and connection, a tantalizing promise of knowledge and social interaction. We can easily lose ourselves in the endless scroll of social media, the intriguing rabbit holes of the internet, or the captivating pull of our favorite streaming services. It's as if the dragon has unfurled its wings, enticing us with the allure of its ever-changing treasure trove. Yet, on the other hand, these very distractions can also be the dragon's talons, tearing away at our mental clarity and focus, leaving us feeling fragmented and overwhelmed. The constant barrage of stimuli fragments our attention, making it increasingly difficult to immerse ourselves in deep work or engage in meaningful contemplation. The dragon's roar of notifications and alerts becomes a deafening cacophony, drowning out the still, small voice of our inner thoughts. As I contemplate the nature of these distractions, I am struck by their duality. They can be both a blessing and a curse, a gateway to knowledge and connection, as well as a barrier to productivity and mental clarity. The dragon's scales are both shimmering and impenetrable, its breath both warm and suffocating. It is a formidable foe, one that demands our vigilance and strategic maneuvering. To better understand this elusive beast, let us examine the specific aspects of digital distractions that we must contend with. Social media, with its endless feeds and constant updates, is perhaps the most prominent and pervasive form of distraction in our modern world. The dragon's roar of likes, shares, and comments beckons us to engage, to constantly check for new updates, to see what our friends, acquaintances, and even strangers are doing. It's as if the dragon has us in its grip, tempting us with the promise of connection and validation. But the dragon's reach extends far beyond social media. Email inboxes, messaging apps, and even the simple ding of a new notification can disrupt our focus and fragment our attention. It's as if the dragon has multiple heads, each one spewing a different stream of information and demands. We find ourselves pulled in countless directions, our minds struggling to maintain a coherent train of thought. Furthermore, the ubiquity of digital devices and the constant availability of information can lead to a state of perpetual distraction. The dragon has woven its way into the very fabric of our lives, lurking in the background, ready to pounce on our senses at any moment. Whether it's the temptation to check our phones during a meeting or the allure of browsing the web when we should be focusing on a task, the dragon's influence is pervasive and insidious. The implications of these distractions are far-reaching and concerning. As our attention becomes increasingly fragmented, our productivity and mental clarity suffer. The dragon's fiery breath has scorched our ability to engage in deep work, to focus for extended periods, and to think critically and creatively. It's as if the dragon has cast a spell, luring us into a state of perpetual mental restlessness, where the pursuit of immediate gratification trumps the long-term benefits of sustained focus. The consequences of this digital distraction can be devastating, both on an individual and societal level. Our ability to problem-solve, to absorb complex information, and to make informed decisions is compromised. The dragon's influence has seeped into our professional and personal lives, undermining our ability to excel in our careers, to nurture meaningful relationships, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace and well-being. But all is not lost. Just as the dragon's power is formidable, so too is our capacity to tame it. We must be strategic, disciplined, and intentional in our approach to managing the dragon of digital distractions. By creating focused work zones, setting boundaries, and cultivating mindfulness, we can regain control over our attention and reclaim our mental clarity. It is a challenging battle, to be sure, but one that is essential for our personal and collective well-being. As we face the dragon head-on, we must be willing to make difficult choices, to log off, to silence the notifications, and to immerse ourselves in the deep work that truly matters. Only then can we break free from the dragon's grasp and reclaim the focus and productivity that are so essential to our success and fulfillment. The dragon of digital distractions is a formidable foe, but it is one that we must confront with courage, resilience, and a steadfast commitment to our own mental well-being. By understanding the multifaceted nature of this challenge and employing evidence-based strategies to minimize its impact, we can emerge victorious, our minds clear and our focus unwavering. The dragon may roar, but we shall stand tall, our determination as unyielding as the scales of the beast itself.
Thank you for being part of today's Personal Improvement Now podcast. As we work towards personal growth, we also contribute positively to our communities by inspiring those around us to pursue their own journeys of improvement. Ultimately, prioritizing personal development now lays the groundwork for a more resilient society, capable of overcoming future obstacles together. You are invited to visit our official website at www.sersea.space. We also have an inspirational YouTube channel with hundreds of motivational videos at www.bit.ly/personalimprovement now.